The Miami Heat have a Terry Rozier problem. Terry Rozier sucks. His tenure with this Miami Heat team has been marked with nothing but inconsistency and underperformances. Like, this dude is a travesty. This might go down as one of the worst trades in Miami Heat history. Trading a first round pick. Who cares about Kyle Lowry? He was on an expiring contract. He didn't want to be here anymore. And he had one foot out the door anyway. But the fact that we had to attach a first round pick to get Terry Rozier could be so detrimental to this Miami Heat team's future. It's very upsetting. Terry, I'm at a loss of words for the way he's been playing this season. And like, all of this has culminated into a very disappointing showing, specifically last night against the Cleveland Cavs, where the Miami Heat had literally three starters out. Tyler Hero was out. Andrew Wiggins was out. Khalil Ware was out. Jaime was out. Jovic was out. Like, they are depleted, and they were competing with the number one team in the NBA in the East, and they almost pulled off the miracle, except for Mr. Tankeray, the captain of tanking, which some Heat fans would love. Terry Rozier said, "Hold my beer. I'll make sure we're not going to win this game." And he was horrendous last night. So in the matchup last night, Terry struggled significantly. He only had 12 points, which is fine, but he shot 21% from the field. He was 3 for 14. Like, you missed 11 of those shots, or we're not 11. That was, you list, yeah, you missed 11 of those goddamn shots. Like, try something else. Like, stop shooting threes. He was 1 for 8 from three. He was 12%. He also recorded 4 turnovers. 2 of them were horrible. One, like, it looked like he just gave it to the other team on purpose at the top of the key, and it led directly to a Donovan Mitchell 3. He intercepted this horrible arid pass where he just kind of just dropped the ball and stopped dribbling, and it was intercepted by Mitchell, and he comes up with a pull-up 3, and Terry barely even tries to contest it. And it was just egregious. His play was horrible last night. And it's not just last night. Again, it's the entire season. But he just continues to stack up bad performance after bad performance. But last night, Spo played him 40 minutes. He played the most minutes on the team last night in a game where we lost. We had 4 guys out or 5 guys out. 3 of them were starters. And Spo finds a way to continue to play Terry Rozier. He has the longest leash I've ever seen in the history of the NBA. Bam Adebayo dominated last night with 34 points, and he played 38 minutes. Why is Bam playing 2 minutes less than Terry Rozier? He should be playing 30 minutes more than Rozier. Rozier should have played like 10 minutes or 18 minutes. I get it. We were shorthanded. We needed to play Terry Rozier. But why did Davion Mitchell, our starting point guard, who's been amazing, I know he missed a game or so coming off whatever injury he had. Maybe he had some minutes restrictions, but he played 26 and Terry played 40. Like, make it make sense. How does that make sense? How is Davion Mitchell, our starting point guard, playing less time than our backup scrub point guard, Terry Rozier? I get it. Tyler's out, but you still could have played Alec Burks more off the bench. You could have played Pella Larson, who played like 15 minutes. You could have given Isaiah Stevens a shot. Why did you call him up if he's not going to get a single minute? He's not going to do anything to hurt you. Terry Rozier hurts you by going 1 for 8. Terry Rozier hurts you by having 4 turnovers. Terry Rozier hurts you by playing no defense. Isaiah Stevens is a floor general. He's going to put everybody in their spots. He's going to pass the ball. He's not going to force any terrible shots like Terry did in that final minute where he took 2 back-to-back threes and he airballed the second one. Like, Terry Rozier is a terrorist, as they say. He is just struggling, and this performance is indicative of Rozier's broader challenges this season with the Miami Heat. He's played 53 games, started 23 games. He's averaged only 11.8 points per game, 3.9 rebounds, and 2.8 assists. He's shooting 39% from the field. The last time he shot in the 30s was in 2018 when he was 24 years old with the Boston Celtics when he shot 38%. That's the last time he shot in the 30s. His three-point percentage is atrocious. 29% on 5 attempts. Last season with Miami in those 31 games before his mysterious neck injury, which has taken away his talents. Like this guy, like is like the dudes from Space Jam. The aliens touched him on his neck, broke his neck mysteriously, and stole all his superpowers. Last season with the Heat, he was shooting 37% from three, 36 with the Hornets before he got traded on higher volume. The last time Terry Rozier shot 29% from three or in the 20s was his rookie year when he shot 22% in 2015, a decade ago. Like he's a 36% career average three-point shooter. He's shooting 29%. Like, who is this dude? Turnovers, I mean, only 1.4 per game. So that's fine. But the 4 last night, quadrupling that, oh my freaking God. That was so detrimental to this team. So beyond his shooting woes and his horrible percentages, his decision making has been bad, especially last night. Again, with those 4 turnovers, his defensive lapses have been detrimental. His inconsistency has disrupted this team's offensive flow, and it's defensive integrity. Like he gets hunted. He's like 5'8", 112 pounds. Like it's just unfortunate, but it's also okay because what do the Heat have to play for at this point? They're a mediocre team. They might make the play-in. They might, if they go on a horrible losing streak, they might miss the play-in, or though they won't miss the play-in, but they might miss the playoffs by losing in the play-in rounds. And who knows? Anything can happen. They could be the 9th seed, lose that first game, and they're done. And then they get 2 draft picks, which a lot of Heat fans will be happy about. But there's no reason to get mad about the Miami Heat team in general because we lost Jimmy Butler. It's a rough year. We have injuries now, but it's easy, and we should be mad at Spo for playing Terry Rozier this much and having this much confidence in him, and also just in general being mad at Terry Rozier for being so bad. His struggles are a significant factor in the Heat's recent woes. And again, his shooting inefficiencies, they need improvement. Like he needs to be benched. He had a couple DNPs last week. We were all happy, like, oh wow, Terry's finally not in the rotation, but he's back in it and he's helping us lose, I guess. So if you're in for the Miami Heat tanking, then you want Terry Rozier to play every minute possible. But anyway, that's all I have for this episode. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel.